What is a baby puffin called? All baby birds can be called chicks, but baby puffins are called pufflings. What does a baby puffin look like? A baby puffin is like a soft gray ball of fluff. The short, fluffy down feathers on its chest are white, and the rest of its body is covered with longer gray down feathers. Its legs and feet are black, as are its beak and the skin around its eyes. And here's the colors as they grow up. What happens once a puffling hatches? Because a newly hatched puffling can't keep itself warm, for the first week the parents brood it. That is, they stay very close and they keep their baby warm. Unlike some birds that stay with their chicks 24/7, puffin parents take breaks, going outside for a few minutes or even a bit longer to grab a bite to eat. And I'm going to put the book down because Claire just came back. Claire, come. You want to say hi? Here's Claire. And I'm going to put a leash on her so she stays right with us while we finish the book, okay? Good girl, Claire. Okay. Let's finish our book. The puffling stays in the safety of the dark burrow as it grows. Its parents bring it fish, leaving them for the puffling to eat. Hi, Mike.
Is that LeVar Burton?
What?
Is that LeVar Burton? Is that LeVar Burton? Do you remember LeVar Burton?
Oh, yes. Reading Rainbow.
All right, I have the other dogs in the car.
All right.
So she's back. All right, bye. Yeah, she went in the water with Bobo.
Yeah, that's great. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, enjoy.
I'm going to finish. Apparently, my camera doesn't allow me to read the whole book. Whole book. I have to stop every once in a while and redo it. I'll figure it out later.
Rain.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, bye, Claire.
Okay, so where were we? Oh, yes. As they grow, the pufflings may venture up the burrow tunnel and outside after dark. Ooh, they go out at night when predators can't see them. They'll exercise their wings as they get ready to leave the nest, which happens about 40 days after they hatch. Pufflings leave the nest or fledge quietly, usually after darkness falls. They go alone, without their parents beside them. Sometimes the parent birds don't even realize their chick has left until they return with fish and find the burrow empty. They may stay a week or so, and then they too leave. Parents and chick probably never see one another again. After a year on its own, the puffling may return to the colony where it hatched, or it may join another one. At about age 5, once it finds a partner, it will start raising its own pufflings. What are puffins' natural enemies? Adult puffins are eaten by hawks, eagles, foxes, and large seabirds such as great skuas and black-backed gulls. Gulls also harass the puffins that are coming back to the colony. That's what happens way out there, forcing them to drop the fish that they have caught and then steal the fish. And remember the peculiar L shape of the puffin burrow? That keeps the egg and the puffling safe from the reach of gulls. Yet puffins live long lives, especially compared to land birds. They usually live about 18 years, but scientists have found birds that are in their 30s. So these are the animals that the little pufflings have to watch out for. How did they get their name, puffin, anyway? It comes from a word in Middle English, puffin. We don't know who started calling these little birds puffins, but the word goes all the way back to the 1500s. There's another story about the puffin's scientific name, too. All 3 species of puffins are in a scientific group or genus called Fratercula or Fratacula. That's from a Latin word that means little friar. A famous friar was Robin Hood's Friar Tuck, and it's possible that the name was a joke because the round little birds reminded the scientists who named them of a well-fed monk. If you watch a puffin fly, you'll see its wings look like a blur. That's because a puffin flaps its wings as many as 400 times a minute. About 6 times a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How fast can a puffin fly? A puffin can fly between 48 and 55 miles an hour. And where are the puffins found around the world? Well, here's a picture of the United States. Down here is where Jack lives. Let me see, right around here. Jack lives around here. So in the winter, they are out there, Jack. And then up here is Cape Cod, and they're in the winter range as well. But it's up here in Maine, right here, this dark blue. See this little pinky area in this dark blue? That's where I'm sitting right now. So the puffins are out there, way, way out there. How many puffins are there in the world? Most Atlantic puffins, that's our puffins, live around Europe in the eastern Atlantic, where experts say that there are about 10 million adult puffins. The population in the western Atlantic, that's us, Canada, Greenland, and the United States, isn't known for sure. And unfortunately, the number of puffins is on the way down. Pollution, competition for food with humans, and the actions of predators are all problems. The Atlantic puffin is listed as a vulnerable species by the International Union for the Conservation of Nature. And this is a story about the guy who brought him back. In the 1800s, Atlantic puffins had been hunted for their meat and for their feathers until just one pair remained on Matinicus Rock. And Matinicus is, let me see, can you see it from here? No. Matinicus is all the way out that way out. However, they didn't return to their historic nesting grounds, which had included 5 islands in addition to Matinicus. During their long absence, the puffins' nesting grounds had been taken over by the seagulls. In the early 1970s, biologist Stephen Kress came up with an idea. Why not try taking nearly grown chicks from thriving colonies in Canada and let them finish growing up in Maine? In 1975, Kress and his team took nearly grown